high school football. The hits, the scores, complete coverage of the high school games that matter. This is Friday Night Blitz from Wfxr Sports.
Yes, good evening, good peeps. I'm Jermaine Ferrell, hoping your day is wonderful and blessed like butter. Let's get on the roll, baby, with a little show we like to call Friday Night Blitz. Let's get the party started with our high school basketball game of the week.
And now, the Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week, sponsored by Don Hudson Insurance.
It is the renewal of one of our strong high school rivalries in our area. A pair of the top teams in Class 3, boys basketball, K-Spring hosting Northside. The Vikings won the first meeting between the teams at Northside. So let's roll out to a refurbished K-Spring gym. First quarter action. Arian Jornette showing he's got some mid-range, as in a jumper, scoring. Vikings up 2-0. More Vikings. Jamison Foley, JF, just like my initials, gets the shot. He goes up 5-0. That's a triple. That's for you, Coach Pope. Meanwhile, the Knights respond. Stark Jones gets the ball in the paint, scores the bucket. K-Spring down 3. Knights battling back on the rebound. Skylar Griffiths with the putback, going up in the well. K-Spring now up 1. Knights still rolling. How about Cameron Bishop playing a little chess action, faking the defender to Dylan Sanders with the layup. K-Spring up 3. K-Spring ball coming up here, but it's stolen by Jornette. He goes the other way, knows what to do with it, the hoop. Vikings up 2. Now it's the difference. Northside getting the win, 57-55 over the Knights in a tight one. The girls' game tipped off. Northside K-Spring, that's part of the doubleheader. Senior night for the Knights. All of them are honored. First quarter, Rihanna Saunders hits the triple, nailing that. The Vikings up 3-0. Vikings up 5-2 on the fast break. Jasmine Kidd with a triple, nailing that. Northside up 8-2. The Knights battling back. Zeta Porter comes up with the loose ball, goes the other way. Lay it up, young lady. Get you one. K-Spring down 8. Next possession, the Knights, Abby Smith showing she's got range. That's a triple. K-Spring down 5. The Knights, Zeta Porter, she's going to come up with another loose ball, and she's going to do a little Euro step. That's what the cool kids are doing. Gets the basket. The Knights, they get the win, 58-55 over Northside. Staying in Roanoke County, another girls' high school matchup. Hidden Valley hosting Glenver. Glenver up 59-14. And Malaya Donaldson, she's going to get the shot off glass and gets the putback. Yeah, rebound and a basket. You love that. 61-14 hit Highlanders. Glenver not done. Ryan Harris with the steal on the layup. Highlanders up 49 points. Titans trying to get back in this game. This is Alice El Cavacirin. I think I said it right. I got it. Triple. Hidden Valley down 48, and it would be all Glenver from here. Sophie McCulley, Mac with the jumper. Highlanders, they get the win, 69-17. Let's roll over to Salem. The Spartans hosting the Patrick Henry girls. Third quarter action, PH up 14. Savannah Derry takes it in with the one-handed shot. Patrick Henry up 16. Patriots ball up 14, and Shelby Fiddler, she's going to do something with the ball, and she's going to do it with the right hand. Nice one. PH up 44-28. Salem responding to Abby Baker. Gets the ball inside the paint, gets the bucket. Spartans down 14. Spartans trying to come back, though. Kennedy Scales with the triple, nailing that. Salem down 9, but it would be all Patrick Henry. Fiddler, she shows she's got range. She's getting offers from D1 schools because of shots like that. PH girls getting the win, 66-48 over Salem. Same two schools meeting up in the boys' game at Patrick Henry. PH up 24-19. This was a close game. Salem's Owen Doyot with the score here. Side note, Owen's dad, Grant, played football for PH back in the late 80s. And then PH's Brooks Derry. He's got range like his sister. Triple, nailing that. Now, Brooks' dad played football on Northside, early 90s, as well as football at UVA. PH up now, back to the game. Derry again. Triple, nailing that. I tell you, the Derrys, they got some ballers. And then PH Jamonte Smith, he's a baller as well, driving to the well. And the Patriots, they get the win tonight over the Spartans, 75-46. Coming up next on Friday Night Blitz, we're hooking you up with some Friday night shout-outs as we share the honors with 3 high school coaches with local ties. This is Friday Night Blitz. And welcome back to Friday Night Blitz right here on Wfxr. It is shout-out time as I shine a spotlight on 3 coaches and their successes. First off, former Patrick Henry football and track star James Hickenbotham. Now, since 2007, Hickenbotham has been a high school track and football coach in Georgia. A couple of weeks ago, Hickenbotham got a special honor as the Georgia Sports Alliance gave him the 2021 Good Samaritan Award. Recently, I caught up with James to talk about his honor and his friendly rivalry back in the day with former William Fleming and Virginia Tech Hokie Lee Suggs.
I didn't even know it existed I got a phone call one day, and I was just talking to the guy, and he said, "Well, listen, man, we have an award for you, and we're gonna have it at the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame, and we really would love for you to come and be honored." And when he told me what it was, I said, "Wow, people must be watching me and paying attention because you work so hard, and I don't do anything for accolades. I had my time period for accolades. Now I'm trying to help other people advance themselves in their career. And so when someone takes the time to give you an honor like that, to me, I think it's just more so saying thank you. Thank you for the work you do with our kids, and thank you for the time that you sacrifice." So I'm just very fortunate to have won that award, and I'm just going to keep working even harder. It's motivation. Tell you what, man, Lee Suggs, he's a good friend of mine, and we respect each other very well. But even to this day, I mean, it's always still going to be a little bit of that competitive edge. And I promise you, even when he was in the NFL and I saw him break down the sideline for a touchdown, I'm doing push-ups when I'm watching. I'm like, wait a minute, he's trying to get an edge on me. Let me go ahead and make sure I stay on top of my game. But this was in my man cave. I don't even know if you can even see it clearly. But this is actually, I'm going to tilt it so you can kind of see a little bit.
There you go.
But this is an action shot of me and Lee Suggs running. I believe it's at EC Glass at a track meet. Yeah. And I like this picture because it shows both of us straining, like with as much grit as possible to try to keep the other person from beating us. And it's been that way for the longest time. We started in, I want to say Little League back when he played for Williamson Road, and I played for Wilmont and Northwest. And we just had battles. I mean, if I break for a touchdown and he run down the sideline and tackle me, or he broke for a touchdown, I run down the sideline and tackle him. So this started way back when we talking about probably 11, 12, or 13 years old. And so then we get into our high school careers. And actually, what people don't know is I actually was at Fleming.
Yeah.
I was at Fleming for a amount of time in the summertime. I think Shirley Stewart, Coach Stewart may have been the coach there. Coach Miller was still active with the program. And then I got a letter from the Roanoke City School Board stating that I needed to go to another school because they rezoned the lines. But just think there for a moment, James Hickenbotham and Lee Suggs were on the same football team. So that championship game may turn out a little different down there against Ronald Curry and the Hampton Crabbers. If both of us team up, I think the nod goes to Roanoke City Schools at that time period. But yeah, just an amazing rivalry. And we talk about it to this day that we propelled each other's career. Like, I feel like I'm going to forever be a part of Lee Suggs' story, and Lee Suggs is going to forever be a part of my story. And it's because of our competitions and battles against each other is what truly launched us into greatness.
Now to see my full interview with James Hickenbotham, we got it all for you right now on WFXRTV.com with the WFXR Sports Sit Down, new editions each Tuesday and Friday on WFXRTV.com. Well, more shout-outs. Congratulations to former Patrick Henry and Virginia Tech guard Troy Mans. Mans is currently in his 10th season as the boys' head basketball coach at L.C. Byrd High School in the Richmond area. On January 11th, he picked up his 200th win as Skyhawks head coach. Mans led L.C. Byrd to the 2017 Class 5 state title. Now, as a player at PH, he helped the Patriots win the 1992 AAA state title. And when he played at Virginia Tech, he was a member of the 1995 Hokies NIT title team. He was also a head coach of the William Fleming girls basketball team. And speaking of William Fleming, another shout out and a milestone for William Fleming boys head basketball coach Mickey Hardy. On Wednesday, Hardy got his career win number 300 in beating Franklin County. Hardy led Fleming to the 2007 Group AA boys basketball state title. Mickey played college ball at Ferrell from 1978 to 1980. So congratulations, Coach, on this honor. Meanwhile, special day over at the Carter Athletic Center for the campus of North Cross School, where Raiders student-athlete senior Gabe Zapia, as he signed to play lacrosse at Division II Flagler College, and fellow teammate Geis Pollock has committed to play lacrosse at Division III Rhodes College. Both athletes helped the Raiders have success in multiple sports, with both Zapia and Pollock winning a lacrosse state title, while Zapia also won a state football title and Pollock got a state title in soccer.
Honestly, it means everything. I've grown up in a family of him playing college soccer, playing college lacrosse, and my sister, she could have gone to play college soccer, did a different path. But just growing up with all of them, I knew I wanted to play college lacrosse one day, and finally signed, and here I am.
It means a lot. You know, I've been, ever since a little kid, I've been dreaming of playing college sports, you know, especially lacrosse. I love it, love the game. I'm excited to go to the next level. You know, it means the world to me.
So congratulations to this dynamic duo. Coming up next on Friday Night Blitz, Crunch publisher Carl York shares his story on how COVID has impacted his family. Stick and stay, please. And welcome back to Friday Night Blitz. I think it's safe to say that most of us know of at least one person who has been directly impacted by COVID-19. Well, recently I spoke to Crunch publisher Carl York, and he spoke with me about losing his father to this awful virus. Each week during the high school football season, you would see Crunch publisher Carl York join me for Crunch Time. The COVID-19 pandemic took away fall high school football as well as our segment. COVID-19 also took away someone special to Carl, his father, former Marshall University football player C.P. York.
My dad had a bunch of comorbidity, other things going on, and he just couldn't stand up to it. Once it got on his back, so to speak, he just couldn't overcome it. And he was 87, had lived a great life. My best friend, I really miss him. Talk to him about every day, and just a fantastic guy, super guy.
Carl says his father, living in Ohio, was diagnosed with COVID-19 on July 12th. And 1 week later, on July 19th, he passed away.
And my parents, I can tell you, if you think that, you can beat this or outmaneuver the virus, they were the ones that stayed home. They live out in the country. They stayed home and away from everybody for about 4 months. And they never, didn't go to the grocery store. They had people dropping off food. They didn't mingle with anybody. And I think, I'll go to my grave believing that my dad actually ended up catching COVID at his doctor's office.
Carl says not only did his dad get the virus, but his mother, brother, and sister also got COVID-19. All three survived and are doing well. During his time caring for his family, it was hard for Carl to see his father suffer through the virus. Overall, Carl has words of wisdom for people not taking COVID-19 seriously.
Everybody has insurance. Everybody buys insurance, and you only need insurance when you need it, but everybody buys it so you're protected. The mask and social distancing and doing the right thing, if not for yourself, for others, is insurance. And you may not see the impact of it ever, or you might feel like you're doing some things to help your neighbors out and your family and the people that you're around to save their lives.
And thank you, Carl, for sharing that story. Now, meanwhile, Roanoke native Lauren Sisler is making her mark in the national sports scene, working for ESPN, the SEC Network, and AL.com. She is looking to use her platform to fight a cause that hits close to home. Now, the Giles High School graduate and Lauren Sisler has been on a mission for the past few years to help people battling drug addiction. And I recently caught up with Lauren as she prepares to debut a new project aimed at reducing the stigma of addiction. Her focus on doing this started when prescription drugs impacted her family. Lauren Sisler says her parents, Butch and Leslie, were your typical parents, both taking care of Lauren and her older brother, Alan, supporting them in so many ways. But on March 23, 2003, while she was a freshman gymnast at Rutgers University, she did something for the last time.
We were talking on the phone. I was talking about gymnastics practice that day. I was, talking to my dad about life, and, we shared a couple laughs, and then, hung up the phone with our love yous, and that was it. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. And I hung up the phone as if nothing was wrong.
Then early the next day, she got an unexpected call.
Who's calling me? Why is Mom and Dad calling me? Why are they calling me in the middle of the night? And I answered the phone with hesitation, and my dad on the other end said, Lauren, I need to talk to your brother. And he was very frantic. And he finally said, Lauren, your mom died.
Lauren was told to get home as soon as possible. And when she hopped on a plane and landed in Roanoke, she got another unexpected surprise.
My uncle and my cousin Justin showed up at the airport that day, and they had to deliver the bad news that my dad too had passed away.
In less than 24 hours, Lauren lost both her parents. During her teenage years, Lauren said her parents went to a doctor due to their chronic back pain. Sisler says she would see her parents with prescription medication to help deal with their pain. They were prescribed a powerful narcotic, fentanyl. Lauren says her parents probably didn't realize they were overdosing on the medication.
But as they're taking that prescription medication, it started to consume them. They became addicted to it. It started to engulf them to where they didn't have the choice not to take the medication. And I think that that's where the slippery slope is in this world of addiction, because you start by taking the medication, what you're prescribed, the doctor's telling me to take it, it's making me feel better, I can function now, to now I have to take it, and now I'm addicted to it. And that's where the downward spiral started.
When she realized the fate of her parents, Lauren felt embarrassment on how her parents died, not wanting to tell anyone how they passed away through the drug overdose. But years later, her mood changed about sharing how Butch and Leslie died.
And I'm realizing that people are coming to me asking me to share their stories, and yet I can't even share my own story. I'm giving people a voice. I'm giving people a voice to share their stories, to have an impact on other people. And I've been silenced. I don't have a voice. And that's where I really flipped the script and turned the page to realize, by sharing my parents' story, by sharing my story, maybe I can impact and change the course of someone else's life. Maybe I can save a life for someone who feels like they've been silenced and are ashamed of their addiction, as society has stigmatized it and made us feel that we can't talk about it.
Over the last few years, Lauren has shared her story through public speaking, and over the last 2 years, she has been working on a documentary called Beyond the Sidelines.
The goal of this documentary is really to break the stigma, to open people's eyes to the reality of addiction, to show people that it can happen to anyone, and then what is our call to action.
Now, Beyond the Sidelines making its debut Monday, February the 1st at 8 on Lauren's website, LaurenSisler.com. After the documentary, there'll be a panel discussion to talk about the documentary, to see my full interview, as well as full details about when you can see Lauren's documentary. We have it all for you on Wfxrtv.com, and I'd like to thank Lauren for sharing her story. Coming up on Friday Night Blitz, guess what? It is Player of the Week time, and it's all about faith with this guy. This is Friday Night Blitz. And welcome back to Friday Night Blitz right here on Wfxr. It is about that time to shine a spotlight on this week's Player of the Week.
It's time for the Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week, sponsored by Tater Benson of MKB Realtors.
Tanner Selkirk is one of the star players for the Lord Botetourt basketball team. The senior guard is playing his senior season like many other high school seniors under unexpected circumstances. Tanner is excited to be on the court playing with his teammates. He feels the season under a COVID-19 pandemic would not have been possible while having a little faith. Lord Botetourt senior basketball player Tanner Selkirk, one of several seniors in our area hitting the basketball court. The Cavaliers were one of the first teams to play basketball in our area. Tanner's faith has been a guiding light during this era of playing hoops during the coronavirus pandemic.
Yes, sir. A lot of my friends and I have been in the gym daily, every morning, every night, staying on the grind, and we all love it, and they've kept me going, and I've kept them going as well.
Once Tanner hangs it up at LB, he'll be taking his talents and his faith to play college ball in Florida next season at Southeastern University.
Southeastern is a great Christian university, and it's just a perfect fit for me.
Through this time of COVID, he doesn't take things for granted when playing basketball for his senior year.
I'm very excited, and obviously I give all the glory to God, and I'm very thankful for everyone here who has helped me along my journey. Really thankful for my parents and creating a great environment for me to grow up in and develop my basketball skills.
Tanner is an awesome kid, and he's been a 4-year starter for the Lord Botetourt Cavaliers. He's also a rock star when it comes to the books, as he has a GPA of 4.2. Wow. So let's go back to Wednesday night. Basketball, Blacksburg hosting Auburn. One of the nicest shots you'll ever see. This is the Bruins' Tucker Halsley. Just threw it up like it was nothing. And let's see it real quick if we have a little bit of time. We're going to let it breathe. Yeah, here it is. We'll do it real quick. There it is. Money shot beating the buzzer. Blacksburg wins by 8. Well, for all the latest news, weather, and sports, there's only one place to go, WFXRTV.com. I'm Jermaine Ferrell. Hope all your teams are winners. Have a wonderful and blessed night, everyone.